Welcome to A Word from the Word for May 6th. Today's Bible reading, Luke 11:29 through 54. Today's key verse, Luke chapter 11 verse 35. Therefore be careful, lest the light in you be darkness. Today's word from the Word, clear eyes, full light.
When the way we see the world, our spiritual eye, is clear and healthy, Jesus tells us that our whole life is filled with light. But when shadows creep in, clouding our vision, that darkness can touch every part of our being. The metaphor of the eye as a symbol for spiritual perception is deeply profound and rich with meaning. In Scripture, sight often represents understanding, discernment, and awareness of divine truth. Just as our physical eyes determine how we view and navigate the world, our spiritual eye shapes how we interpret reality, recognize God's presence, and respond to His guidance. Jesus spoke these words to a diverse crowd. Not only His disciples, but also many others who came to listen to what He had to say. Among them were those who wrestled with doubt, and skeptics unwilling to acknowledge His truth despite witnessing His miracles. Jesus was calling them to wake up, to recognize the light He was offering, and to cast off the blindness that unbelief and sin bring. The people of His time understood the perils of physical darkness, but Jesus was speaking of a far greater danger, the darkness of the soul. The eye represents how we perceive and receive truth. If we allow sin, distractions, or falsehoods to cloud our spiritual vision, the light within us dims. But when we fix our eyes on Jesus, the light of the world, we walk in His truth, and His brilliance floods every corner of our lives. Today, there's no shortage of voices clamoring for our attention, claiming to be sources of enlightenment. Secular ideologies, social pressures, and cultural movements often contradict biblical truth, distorting spiritual discernment. The media, entertainment, and the flood of information around us can subtly lead us astray if we're not vigilant. Jesus reminds us to guard our hearts and minds, ensuring that the light we allow into our lives is genuinely His. As the saying goes, be careful of the half-truth, you may have gotten a hold of the wrong half. Take a moment to examine what light you're allowing into your spiritual eye, what you read, watch, listen to, and support. Ask yourself, is this the true light of Jesus? Does this draw me or others closer to Him? Or does it lead us into darkness? Adjust your focus to dwell on what is pure, true, and aligned with the full teachings of Christ. May the Lord illuminate your spiritual sight today. As you turn your gaze toward Jesus, may His truth banish all darkness, filling your life with His unwavering light and guiding you on the path everlasting.